Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hannah, good to see you again. Welcome back to Popternative.
Hey, thank you for having me back on.
It's awesome. 2 seasons now playing Julie Matthews. Do you understand this character, or do you feel like you're still learning like episode after episode?
Yeah, I mean, every episode that I get with new Julie scenes, it's definitely I learn more about her, but I also I really understand Julie now, and I really resonate with her and a lot of her traumas and a lot of the things she's going through. I can really understand why she acts the way she does. So, I can justify it.
Yeah, totally. There's just just you say that. Just there's been a lot that has happened to the Matthews family.
Oh yeah, just touches happened.
Do you still blame the Matthews family? We spoke last year, and you were like, "I blame."
Yes. It is funny though that it's like they really did make it look like that. They were like 96 days since incident. The Matthews come, death every day, destruction every day. It's like it really looked like it might be.
It's so crazy. Now episodes of season 2 are rolling on MGM Plus. I can't believe it, but season 2 is scarier than season 1. How is that even possible?
I mean, our amazing writing team are amazing. Everybody that's involved has made it scarier, and the storylines are just more intense, and I think that really amps up any horror that comes with it.
It's crazy though, right? Because season 1 was so scary, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how are they going to top this?
Yeah,
and
yeah, it definitely does get topped.
It does, which is difficult to do. What was it like for you specifically? Because the Matthews family have a huge kind of part of how season 1 ended, and everyone had a lot of questions and everything. What's that like finally seeing the scripts for like the first episode of season 2? Because there's so many questions that the audience has. I can't even imagine the questions you have. So what's that like finally seeing the scripts?
Gosh, it was great. I was actually on my flight out to Halifax to film, and I was sitting on the flight, and I got the email right as we're about to take off, and I was like, download, please. I need to read this on the flight. Like, I can't not know now. So I got to read it on the flight, and it was like, now I'm even like 10 times more excited to go and film this, because I finally got the answers that I was looking for of like what the hell happened at the end of the season. And I was just excited because there was so much stuff happening, and there was really good stuff for Julie and her family and everybody. So I was really excited.
What is also kind of the mindset also just kind of coming back for season 2? Is it just, are you curious specifically on the Matthews family? Do you just want to know in general kind of what's happening? Like what are the questions, like specific questions about the storylines that you have for season 2?
Yeah, so obviously I'm invested in the Matthews family stuff because that's my personal stuff, but also just as a fan of the show in general, I wanted to know what was going on with everybody. Like getting these scripts are the best because I need the answers, not just for me, but for everybody. And the bus people in general, I just spent the entire off season being like, who's going to be on the bus? What's going on?
Who's on the bus?
So it was great to finally know who's on the bus. And the second I got the character breakdowns like a month before or whatever, I was like, oh my God, my answers.
Julie is one of these, but a lot of characters I feel like are having a hard time adapting to so-called their new life, right? There's kind of a push and pull specifically with Julie where she understands, I feel like, the situation she's in, but in some situations I feel like she doesn't understand, and she doesn't want to believe that, she's they're all stuck together as a community in the colony house and everything. Is that one of your favorite things also about the show, the communal kind of component of it and the survival component where all these characters have this kind of push and pull where like maybe they don't want to be there, but they have to be there. They have no choice.
I would say, yeah, that is quite literally one of my favorite things about the show is the complexity among all the characters. In episode 2, for example, looking at Julie, looking at another character like Fatima, they know the rules. They know they can't go outside at night, but those just leave your mind. Like when you're actually in it and you're actually going through this live, your sense of logic just goes out the door, especially with Julie, and it's her dad that she's going to save. If it was me, there was no way that I could make any sense of what was going on around me, even though I know, and I've been there, that I know what's going on. If it's my family in there, it all goes out the window. So
totally, 100%. And I feel like the arcs are so deep in these characters that characters grow within like scenes. Like, you have an amazing scene of Eion. There's a scene, with Eion, with the house and everything, where both, Julie and Jim are talking, and it's just like, I feel like after that scene with the house collapsing and everything, the growth of both your characters is like insane. It's one scene, you know what I mean? It's not like, wow, wow, Julie really grew over this whole season. It's like Julie grew in that scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's a really great moment for Jim and Julie to have that. They didn't have as many father-daughter moments in season 1, and I think that season 2 is so amazing. They're dynamic, and I love that.
Episodes continue to roll out on MGM Plus. That's season 2 of From. Hannah, so good catching up. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.